Hi, this is Jason Martin of Accelerated Business Results. Today I want to talk to you about Twitter and TweetDeck and how TweetDeck takes the phobias and frustrations out of Twitter for a lot of first-time users. So for Twitter, really it's the enigma of social networking today. We hear that there's value to be found if you can overcome the learning curve of a very non-intuitive social networking site. But really, those who traverse that curve successfully usually come out on the other side a very big fan of Twitter, because there's a lot of value to it once you understand it. But far more people get no further than opening an account, perhaps only as far to realize that they just don't have the time and patience to learn Twitter. And the numbers really don't lie. Only about 10% of Twitter accounts, roughly 15 million people, follow more than 50 people, which tells us that roughly 90% of Twitter account holders ever discover any real value, or they've just decided to focus their energy elsewhere. So that says a lot about how Twitter.com kind of pulls people away from the idea of tweeting at all due to its unfriendly nature of how to use the site. So TweetDeck is a free application that Twitter owns that lays out in a very clean and intuitive manner all the activity that you normally would do on a very clunky Twitter.com site. So here I want to discuss 10 things that make TweetDeck the cure to the phobias and frustrations of Twitter, and hopefully we'll win over some new fans on Twitter. So first I want to talk to you about how conversations are organized on TweetDeck. On Twitter, you have one conversation that's chronological here, and it's just a long line of tweets, and it's very hard to follow at any point in time when you come into the site. So what TweetDeck does is when you load up TweetDeck, which is a free application that you download, you have all the conversations that you've inputted here that you want to follow. So I want to follow these social networking hashtags here. I want to follow marketing and business development topics. I want to follow different lists that people create or that I create, different tweet chats that I'm a part of, and anything that I'm interested in at any point in time. And so I've got one application that shows from left to right here all of those topics. So at any time I log in, I can follow and glance through any of those categories that I want, rather than going into Twitter.com and kind of fumbling my way through different lists and hashtags that I'm interested in following. So that's the first real advantage to using TweetDeck.com or TweetDeck. The second one are searches. So searches are very painless in TweetDeck. When you have a topic that you want to search on to see what people are tweeting about, such as I want to learn more about, let's say, marketing. When I search that, it creates a new column on my TweetDeck page here that I can follow from chronological order, most recent to oldest, what people were talking about. When they mentioned any keyword that has marketing or any hashtag with marketing in it, any topic that's got a marketing feel to it. It really encapsulates at any point in time what conversations are happening in the marketing field. So that you can put in any topic, any keyword into that search and come up with a column that stays here even when you log out and log back into TweetDeck. And you can create unlimited categories and columns to follow. Number three, TweetDeck makes it really easy to track your mentions. So in TweetDeck, you've got a column here that has your name, your profile that you've created, and so you can see at any time when your profile is mentioned. So at Martin Jason has been mentioned all these times over the course of, I suppose, weeks or months. Even it could go back pretty far. So if I'm in tweet chats, or if I tweeted something and someone among my followers retweets it, it'll show up here as a mention. So I can see at any point what's going on, or that's mentioned with my name or my profile. Number four, participate in tweet chats. On Twitter.com, it's very hard to participate in any kind of tweet chat. And tweet chats, just as a quick note, are scheduled conversations you have under a hashtag. So there's a tweet chat that exists called social media. So anytime at that time of day that you want to say something in that tweet chat, you use the social media tweet hashtag, and that tweet that you put out there will post within that tweet chat, and then people can respond to you. But it's very hard to do in Twitter.com. So in TweetChat and in TweetDeck, you can create a column that has that hashtag in it, and then when you know that tweet chat is starting, you can start using that hashtag, and all of the conversations, all the tweets that happen within that tweet chat will appear in this column that you've created. And so you can again maintain that column there if it's a weekly chat, or you're just wanting to track what's being mentioned under that Twitter chat. Number 5, quick glance over everything you've monitored. So again, you can follow any topic, anything you want to track in Twitter in one interface. So it only takes a couple minutes if you're interested in knowing what's going on recently with marketing or design, you can just quickly scan up and down here some of those chats or those tweets, and then you can retweet, you can respond, or you can even follow the people who are posting on that hashtag or on that category. So it's very easy to do from this application. So and again, the same screen for every function you do. So if I want to follow this person here, I simply go to View Profile if I want to see more about who they are, and you can follow directly from this page here. And I can also retweet or reply if I just want to reply directly to that person, or I can retweet, and put a comment on there if I want, and then post that tweet directly from TweetDeck. So everything is under one screen, versus on Twitter, you kind of have to jump around from mentions, retweets, searches. You have to know a little bit more about how the functionality works on Twitter. TweetDeck is great for that first time, or that new Twitter user who doesn't know all the lingo and terminology and functionality, and just wants to participate and get through that learning curve a little bit quicker. So you can also manage multiple Twitter profiles from TweetDeck. So under here, when you go to tweet, you can decide, oh, I want to post that tweet under my profile, or other ones that I might be managing, maybe for my company or for someone else that has allowed you to tweet under their name. So if I want to tweet under both profiles, or if I want to tweet under just one, you can manage multiple profiles under one TweetDeck account, which I think is great. You can also monitor your lists. So if I've created a list, and you can do that in Twitter, you can follow people under one list. If I want to create or follow my list of people who are in digital marketing, I would simply go to Add Column, and then go to my lists, and then let's say I want to go to Mashable's marketing list. I simply click that, and that list is added to my TweetDeck page immediately. So you can create lists, you can move lists around or categories around depending on how you want to follow them, or how they are in your priority list of things that you're interested in. And you can also remove or delete a column just to save space or make things a little more manageable for yourself. So you have complete control in TweetDeck. Number 9, I'd say marketing and competitive research is really a huge area of focus on TweetDeck, and something you can use TweetDeck to use to your benefit. So if you're monitoring your competition, you put in their brand names into these columns simply by adding a column and entering that name, and then searching, and that column will stay again, as you log in and log out of TweetDeck. Or you can simply replace, you can edit and just replace it with your company name or your competitor name. So you can start monitoring those names, those brand names and keywords. So a great market and competitive research application for anybody who's interested in monitoring their own brand, their competitors, a keyword that's really a trend that's in their industry that they want to really follow. The sky's the limit really here. And finally, the biggest benefit, I think, or one of the biggest benefits, maybe not the biggest, is that TweetDeck is now owned by Twitter. So you can be pretty confident that any update or upgrade that Twitter makes, they're going to find some way to make that an improvement or an easy solution on TweetDeck. So if something is difficult to use on Twitter, such as following lists or jumping around from hashtag to hashtag or following people, there might be something new on Twitter that's going to be even easier to use on TweetDeck. So TweetDeck will always be a step ahead of Twitter in terms of usability, in my mind. So thanks for watching